I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm ready to win, yeah. Refuse, bond it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself.
Oh my goodness. So sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but I think we are here. Yes, we are. FFC is back and we are live, and we are here to recap week 10. We are here to go over some fantasy news and updates. We got a little bit of Coach's Couch, and a little bit of Last Thoughts, and a little bit of, for those who should love it, Josh Allen slander. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's Josh Allen slander day. So thank you all for joining FFC. Also, I have some other big news. Ladies and gentlemen, Refuse to Lose is only 6 members away from having 1,000 subscribers. Guys, go get the word out. We didn't need 6 more people. We need more than 6 more people. Don't get me wrong. But go get the word out, guys. 6 more people, and your favorite network is monetized. It's that simple. We can start being even bigger for you guys, okay? So we just need 6 more. That's all we asking for. We want more, okay? But we just trying to get started for you guys so we can give you guys more and better content. We can go bigger for you guys. Don't y'all want to see Refuse to Lose on the Dome? What is that called? The Sphere in Vegas? Huh? Coach on one side, Joe on the other side. Okay, Kev on one side talking all kind of noise because Philly at it again. You know what I mean? Carl on one side with college. Come on, don't y'all want to see Refuse to Lose on the Sphere? Come on. That's all we asking for, people. More followers. Follow us. All you're going to do is get good information. How many of y'all have been helped by coaching fantasy football? From coming in, logging in, and checking out this show. You see what I'm saying? More people need that. They need that same love. You can't be stingy. More people need that same love. You know what I'm saying? All right, so help us out. Push us forward. Refuse to Lose is here for you. All right. So let's get back to FFC news. And, well, I do believe today we are starting off with a little sad music. Because whenever we play that song, that usually tells us where you at. There we go. That usually tells us we've got some members that we have to add to Coach's Couch. So who was it? Let me see here. Need to pull up my new notes real quick. How did everybody have a week? How did everybody fare in week 10? I think I have between Jose, Lucas, and one other person that I helped. I think they're sitting. I think all of them got wins this week, which is really, really awesome. Which keeps all of them not only above 500, but it also, let me see something. I think the lowest record is Jose at 6-4, and I'll take it. I'm looking for. There we go. The talk of Maxwell's though was my man Danny, who finally took a loss. That what was it last week? But I think he said he can't. He bounced back this week, so that's really good. Where we at? Oh, you got to be kidding me! You've got to be. I didn't even think I was gonna wake up and see this. Well, guess what Coach about to do? Well, we're gonna play the song one more time because I didn't even know Buddy was here. Where you at? Oh. We'll let it play for a minute. Because this one is sad. I didn't even. Don't get me wrong, Coach has been talking about it all season. Because he's been in and out due to it. And wow. I don't. We're gonna let it play. We're gonna let it play. We're gonna let it play a little bit more because I want these fans to understand it's over. I'll even let it play while I talk. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Browns quarterback. This is by Adam Schefter himself. Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson will undergo season-ending surgery on a broken bone in his throwing shoulder. A fully ridiculous guaranteed contract. This might be about worse than Kyler Murray's contract. Kyler Murray came back and won. Browns fans, none. That backup ain't doing nothing. That backup ain't going to do nothing for you. It's done. Finito. Your season's over. I actually had y'all in the playoffs up until this ugly news. Wow. What? Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So come on down the coach's couch, Deshaun. You don't get too comfortable. That's gotta suck. That's gotta suck. Broken bone. And it was your first game, first quarter. Something. Oh boy. Like I don't know what to say. That really it sucks. It sucks. It just there's nothing you can do after news like that. You know what I mean? It's too late in the season. It's sorry. Sorry. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, that sucks. I didn't see that coming. I really didn't, but in a sense, I'm not surprised, weirdly enough. So I don't know. And then who is the other season? And there was another season-ending injury. I'm trying to find them now. Russell Wilson got the 5th most passer rating in the NFL. Ain't that something? Where are you? I believe it was 2 other players that ended up on this list. Well, we are not going to waste too much time until I find them. Hopefully I find them. If not, I'll find them by tomorrow. And basically, we'll go through this again. But we're not going to waste too much time because we got some recapping to do. Yes, sir. We've got recapping. Where you at? Because we had some wonderful games yesterday. And we've had some ugly games. I.e., I'm so sorry if you thought the Bills were winning that game. Let's be real. Let's be real. Oh, now you got Trayvon Diggs over here coming at Josh Allen, talking about let's not forget he didn't start going off till bro got there. Mind you, and then we're posting stats with Stephon Diggs, without Stephon Diggs, but we're forgetting about Stephon Diggs in the cold. I mean, I get it. Josh Allen, outside of fantasy football, is not playing good football. He's literally turning the ball over entirely too much. Guess who? And outside of CJ Stroud with 2,626 yards as your passing leaders, number 2 in passing leader. Hey y'all. Somebody in the chat. Wow, guess who's number 1? Who is number 1 in current passing leaders in the NFL after week 10? Somebody, tell me. Because it ain't Patrick Mahomes. Come on. Somebody please tell me who it is. Who can, I don't want nobody to go look. I want you to know football. Somebody go and tell me in the chat who number 1 is. Who's number 1? Yeah. I'm not sure who this is in the chat. But I don't understand what any of these words are. I don't have a translator. I'm so sorry. Is there a translator in the button? Nah, ain't no translator. Not sure who you are from Facebook, Ugan Matel, but I don't this ain't English, fam. Sorry, this ain't English. Don't know what this is. So, River Wayne, my guy, guess what? Nope, it ain't Tua. Nah. See, because what's funny is the name I'm gonna say, half of y'all gonna be like, what? Except for one. He gonna be like, told y'all. Guess who gets this glorification right now? Dun, 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 dun. Sam Howell. Who coach told y'all to draft with the last pick? Who did coach tell you to draft with your last pick? I said, flood your roster with skill player after skill player, skill player, skill player. And who did I tell you to draft as your quarterback with your last pick in the draft? Who did I tell you to take? I said, take Sam Howell. And guess what? Sam Howell has 2,783 passing yards. The only unexpected was CJ Stroud. I didn't see that coming. I'm going to sit here and admit it to you. And I love the fact that he's doing what he's doing. But I told y'all about Sammy. I said it. Okay. I told y'all he was going to have a great season this year. Minus the fact that Washington lost last week and it ticked me off because I needed that win because they cannot afford these losses right now because I swear to God, I really need them to have them 9 wins so they can go into that last game against the Cowboys. They could beat the Cowboys. Washington is in the playoffs. Cowboys are out. Oh, come on. Like, I really need that dream, that vision to happen. And you can't do that with losing last week like you did. But Sam Howell's still the man. Told y'all about that kid. Y'all ain't want to listen. That's all fine. Everybody who did, guess who's number one? Guess who leading in their fantasy league? Yeah, that's right. Coach know what he's talking about, man. Coach know his stuff, bro. I keep trying to tell y'all. Half of y'all sitting here mad because Damian Pierce ain't doing nothing. What did I tell y'all? He can't run. He looked about as bad as Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who I've been telling y'all about then. Huh? And now here we are. I sat at work waiting for that game, waiting for that game to come on. And I said, watch Broncos beat these. Watch the Broncos beat these Bills. Because I've been saying it all year. The Bills overrated. I've been saying it all year. They are overrated. They are a fluke team. It is not what you think. I promise you, it ain't what you think. And now they 5-5. 5-5. I didn't even have them 5. I had them 10-7, and I didn't even have them 5-5 to get to 10-7. No. See, what happened is Miami gonna walk away with this division because Miami about to get their crap together, hopefully. Okay, and fix the issues they have of not being good teams. Hopefully, they got 3 games left, i.e., one of them being against the Bills. Okay, so they got some work to do too. But Miami gonna mess around, and walk away with this division. Okay, and then the Jets, outside of this ugly loss, they gonna mess around. They gonna mess around and find a way for Aaron Rodgers to be in the playoffs. And the Bills, who fired Ken Dorsey, what? Wait a minute. Let's because Coach about to talk about this now. You feel me? I don't play those games. Okay. I read between the BS lines. You doing too much now. Okay, Buffalo. You fired who? You fired Ken Dorsey. Okay. I found something too, by the way. Let me see if I still have it. Because I had to find, I couldn't wait to read it off. It's dealing with Ken Dorsey. Let me see if I can find that thing that I found. Because it had these particular numbers. Is it this one? Yes. I want you all, because I don't play these games. In Buffalo, I'm coming for your head. Understand what they just fired over what overpayment they have to keep. Ken Dorsey, his offense is 3rd in EPA per play, 1st in success rate, and 7th in scoring drive rate. Really? But yet, they got penalized in a field goal because they had 12 men on the field, and you fired your offensive coordinator? I'm sitting here watching a clip of Ken Dorsey watching his overpaid quarterback. It wasn't his person. Well, he didn't pay Josh Allen. I want y'all to understand that. He's the OC. He ain't got that kind of power. He is sitting here calling I watched that play because I'm still trying to figure out how Josh Allen threw a pick. And he is watching his play be destroyed by an overpaid, overrated quarterback. You understand what I'm telling you? So while his success rate is 3rd in EPA per play, 1st in success rate, and 7th in scoring drive rate, guess what we know about his quarterback? Oh, he turns the ball over at least 2 times a game. We know Josh Allen gonna cough off. He's gonna cough up too. I mean, how many did he have last week? How many? You know he's leading in interceptions right now? $286 million over the fact that he had a great game against Patrick Mahomes, who went because he beat Josh Allen and he went to the playoffs or to the Super Bowl. I mean, Jared Goff beat Patrick Mahomes in an amazing game with an overscored game. And Josh Allen still can't even do that. Russell Wilson beat Patrick Mahomes. Still can't even do that. Bills, to this day, still can't deal with Joe Burrow. They still cannot beat the Bengals. You don't look at me and tell me the Bills got this. No. Since when? They ain't beat the Bengals last year. They ain't beat the Bengals the year before that. Since Burrow has been in the league, he has owned the Bills. That ain't changed. So what you want me to change about that decision? Because change in the Bills offense that tells me they're supposed to beat the Bengals. They like, come on, let's be real. I don't play those. Look, they fired the wrong man. And now this offense is gonna, okay, good luck. Good luck, Bills. Because Ken Dorsey, if he doesn't have an offensive job by the end of this season, he will have a head coaching job by the beginning of next season. Period. Like, this is a stupid fire. You're blaming the wrong guy, quite frankly. I mean, you got Trayvon saying, release my brother. Then he come out and say, dude ain't been good till bro got there. Hey, you got the, I mean, come on. The protection Josh Allen has is amazing. Bro, like, okay, there are two contracts that baffle me. But one I was accepted of because he was on the trajectory until an injury. Carson Wentz. People. Carson freaking Wentz. Okay, I did not believe he earned that contract. I thought he was just playing really good. But I saw why the market is why they paid him. Okay. It wasn't an overpayment. I just didn't think he needed the contract. Mind you, I'm from the old school. I'm where Joe Flacco wins the Super Bowl and then gets paid. Spent his whole career in the playoffs. Why does a paycheck need to change? They go win something so your paycheck can change. That's what competitive nature is about. That's what Joe Flacco showed in that Super Bowl win while being in the playoffs since his rookie year. Because guess who was the same way until he got paid? Just a damn bit too early. Matt Ryan and Joe Flacco were in the playoffs since their rookie seasons. Matt Ryan got paid, and he ain't seen the playoffs ever again, except for a Super Bowl where he got beat because they didn't have a defense. But Joe Flacco has won, but guess what? He got one, and then he got paid. So it's kind of like he got two bowls. But you overpaid Josh Allen. Let's be real. Carson Wentz, I was like, I don't know. But, I mean, I get it. It's like, I got it. But I was like, I still wouldn't have. And then he went and was tearing it up the next season. I said, okay. But then he got hurt. I was like, oh, there go that contract. But at least prior to him being hurt, we didn't have, we weren't like, is he? No. The Eagles were flying high with Carson Wentz. My man, Nick Foles got to come in and say today, I get to have that. I had Nick Foles jersey too, because I was always. Don't trust me. It's not like I knew he was. I just liked him as a quarterback. I just think, Chip Kelly screwed him. But yeah, Carson Wentz. I think his contract, he played into it before he got hurt, so that was fine. Josh Allen ain't played into his contract, y'all. See, you paid Josh Allen all that money because you said you're going to take us all the way. There's no way you pay that man $286 million just to say the second round is great. It's great. Like, that's where we belong. Really? That's how we coming at this. That's the problem with sports nowadays too. We settle too much. We settle like this in season. I love basketball and I love all y'all on R2L. I do. I haven't been on yet for NBA yet. Hey man, I'm be real with you. I'm old school. I don't know how I feel about it in season tournament crap because I don't get it. I don't understand what it's for. To me, it looked like regular season games with different color basketball courts. I don't understand is there anything implicated for the playoffs? Is there anything implicated for seeding? I don't understand what this is for. I understand the play-in tournament. That I understand. This in-season tournament, it's almost like I don't understand what you're doing. I don't understand what you're doing. That somebody gonna have to, one of y'all fams come break it down for coach about this in-season tournament. My son tried to break it down. And I think I made him now feel like, oh, this don't make no sense now. Because again, my brain worked different. And you got to break it down for me on what is the importance of changing the basketball court and calling it an in-season tournament if it doesn't do anything per your record outside of winning losses, and that's the whole point of the regular season. Like, are you taking a certain amount of regular season games from a bunch of teams and sticking them somewhere and playing on one court? Because I don't see that happening. I don't see like a bunch of tournaments going on. So I don't understand the term tournament. I feel like y'all just making up words in the NBA because y'all don't know what else to call things. Like the regular season got boring for you or something. It's basketball. Maybe you should listen to your fans and maybe you should listen to the people and stop running 84 doggone games, shorten the season, spread the games out. Maybe you could then actually stick a tournament in there, okay, just to have an actual tournament. Maybe I don't know. I think differently. So y'all help me out. Help Coach understand what the whole point of this is. But before we go back into the conversation, I want to tag that right there. Joe, that's for you. That's for you. Because your quarterback, not Josh Allen, okay, is leading in passing right now through 10 weeks. The person nobody thought was, I'm sure everybody looked at Sam Howell like, yeah, okay, buddy, you're not doing anything this year. They're not too bad off from looking into getting into the playoffs. I hate the fact that they lost last week. They weren't supposed to lose that game. But hopefully they can bounce back. So, but no, it ain't Tua. Nope, it ain't Tua. It ain't him. Sorry. No. Just because Tyreek Hill looked good, don't mean Tua looking all that. He looked great. Don't get me wrong. But let's be real. It's all Tyreek Hill. Come on. This, with Washington, with all these receivers who up and down, they want to decide when and not to catch footballs. That's all Sam Howell, people. All right, let's get back in. Let's go into these chats real quick. River Wayne, what's good? What's good? What's good? River Wayne, let me know what's your record. Evan, what's your record too? I want to know what everybody send me their record. If you come on Coach's show, you listen to Coach run his mouth all for like an hour and a half. Let me know what that record looking like. All right, let's see. Pick two to start: D-Hop, Ridley, or Jalen Warren. Nah, look like Najee taking his role back. I really hate that you have Ridley, and you have to make me make this decision. You suck. Give me a second. Let me look at something real quick. Need 6 more people, 6 more subscriptions, and we're at 1,000. I'm gonna run my mouth about that all day. Get us to 1,000. Get us to 1,000. Tell everybody about us. If you trust Coach, you should be telling the world about me. Don't keep me to yourself. Don't be stingy. Let's see. Ridley, who you playing this week? You're playing Tennessee. That's a divisional game. Oh, my God. You only had 2 points, 2 catches against San Francisco. Oh, my God. Man, you're not throwing the ball against Tennessee. I feel like Jacksonville is like declining at the wrong time too. You just never know with this guy. That's the sucky part. If you're looking for more than 10 points with Calvin Ridley against Tennessee, it might not happen. Let me look at Warren. Let's see if Warren is at least sharing the rock. Because it might have to be Ridley. Oh. Let's go Jalen Warren. We're going to go Jalen Warren, and they're playing Cleveland. Cleveland lost their quarterback. It's going to be an ugly week for them. Let's go Jalen Warren. I like that one. So Jalen Warren and DeAndre Hopkins. Absolutely. That's what you're going to go with for week 11. Let's see. I have a guy in my league very interested in Saquon. He has Roshan White. Ooh. So if you've been listening to Coach, you've been noticing Coach has been liking Roshan White over there in Tampa Bay because I'm really liking Baker Mayfield because he's finding more weapons because he really is that kind of guy, really that good of a quarterback. It's neither here nor there. He has Roshan White, B. Rob, James Cook, Montgomery, Olaves, Tank Dell, and Debo. Which two players would it be fair to ask for? Let me tell you something. First of all, Evan, we on Coach's show. We don't talk fair. This ain't about being fair. This is about what I want and what I can give you. Period. He wants Saquon. Am I right? What you finna give up for Saquon? That's what you should be asking. And you know what he should be giving up for Saquon? Let's be real. You see his name. It's splattered right in front of you. And actually, since he wants Saquon, I want a 2-for-1. I'm going to try the 2-for-1. And I'm going to get Rashad White and Tank Dell. That's what I want. So, you should be asking for those two players and give up Saquon. Absolutely. He want him, right? He's very interested, right? Well, you're very interested in those two players. It should be a 2-for-1 for Saquon. It should never. He is not a 1-for-1. Absolutely, you be robbed. You get robbed if you just trade one player for Saquon. 2-for-1. Trade in real talk. I don't think I've ever done. I don't think I've ever done a trade. A straight up trade is Patrick Mahomes and Jettas. That's a straight up trade. You know what I mean? Christian McCaffrey for Patrick Mahomes and Jettas. That's a straight up trade. I would even go Jamar Chase for any one of those players. Absolutely. Outside of that, bro, it's 2-for-1. If you ain't got none of those names right there, it's a 2-for-1. Jalen Hurts, it's a 2-for-1 because he ain't Patrick Mahomes. Because he's not giving you the yardages. He's only giving you the touchdowns. You see what I'm saying? Value, people. Value. We're going to have a lot of that next year. Remember, football ain't over when fantasy is done and the NFL season ends. No. People, y'all got to go to school. It's one-on-one with coach in fantasy football. Yeah, I don't play anymore. I'm done. I'm done. But what I'm going to do is give every single last one of you every tips, tricks, and trade that I do in fantasy football. We're going to have fun with that. I'm taking y'all to school. Have your notes. I'm going to give y'all quizzes, okay? Pay attention because I'm going to have y'all ready. Teddy, you should be in front. You should be at the front of the class because I got to teach you how to draft in 30 seconds, okay? I'm going to teach. I got you, bro. I got you. Don't worry about it. All right, let's see here. Badly need a wide receiver too, since my wide receivers are CD, Ridley, D-Hop, and Gabe Davis. So yeah, my running back is Saquon, Swift, Warren, and Hunt. So absolutely, get Roshan and take them. Absolutely, that's the 2-for-1 for Saquon. Let's see here. Trade Mixon, James Cook, and Mark Andrews for Bijan and Kelsey. Yeah, because they're going to overfeed Bijan now, right? I know what you're doing. Sure. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Because you know the Bills are going on a decline. You know James Cook ain't doing nothing, especially with old boy coming on the roster. Leonard Fournette. This guy Dylan is smart. So yeah, I like it. I like it. Trade Mixon, James Cook, and Mark Andrews for Bijan and Kelsey. Nice one. Nice one. Dorsey was good. I don't get it. It's not the fact that you don't get it. We do get it. It's a bailout. They cannot admit right now. I can, because I saw the writings on the wall a long time ago. Okay. You know what else proved it? I've watched this guy I'm looking for his name on here on the back. His back got all the players in the Super Bowl. Yeah. I'm trying to find his name real quick. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Where you at? Where you at? Number 12. Ah, there we go. Thomas Brady. Yeah. So he was in the same division with him. And he didn't look too good against the Patriots, bro. What a Tom Brady, old Tom Brady. He didn't look too good. You understand that the only reason why Tom Brady has a 7th Super Bowl is because sorry ass Todd Bowles blitzed, which he should have, against a Chiefs offensive line that was down 2 starters and a quarterback with turf toe, who could not convert on 3rd downs, which was his biggest signature. You think Tom Brady's winning that if that is a healthy offensive line and a healthy quarterback? No. You think Tom Brady wins that game, that Super Bowl, if Dummy doesn't just hand the ball off to Marshawn Lynch on the 1-yard line? Come on, let's be real. Because I didn't even have the Patriots winning that Super Bowl, and I'm a Patriots fan. I had the Seahawks winning that game. They were the better team, period. I don't care what you say. They were the better team. There's no way in hell they shouldn't have won that game. So, with that being said, they fired Ken Dorsey because him and Josh Allen have been going at it. And Josh Allen is the overpaid guy. Period. He is the entire team, which I don't get it. I never got it. Again, I will say it. You paid Josh Allen $286 million because he played good in a loss to Patrick Mahomes. When Jared Goff beat Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes still won a Super Bowl off of the loss of Josh Allen. He got paid $500-something million. And you got paid $2-something because you lost. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I didn't think you were that great. I mean, I saw the turnovers then. They never changed. You still turn it over just about the same. I don't, I mean, you got Burrow with a busted knee throwing 5,000 yards a season. Like, what? You can barely scratch 45. You have the same amount of yards last year as Geno Smith. I mean, if we can bash Dak Prescott for never making it out of the 2nd round, is Josh Allen any different? Just look at the numbers. Yeah, Watson's out for the season, bro. He's out for the season. Yep. I'm a little behind, but yeah. All right, so Evan is 5-5. Okay, we're there. All right. Ooh, yeah. I'm pretty sure those rough ones were during either right at the beginning or during bye week fiasco. So hopefully you do not take 2 more losses. What type of league are you in? You in a 10-man or 12-man? I think one of those leagues you might be able to cough up 7 losses and still make it, but you're at 5-5. Like our you gotta go on a win streak. You gotta go on a win streak. Points against yeah. Jalen Warren was named the starter yesterday. Oh, okay. There you go. There go your answer too. Nice. All right, should have went out for D-Hop or a big-time player before trade deadline. Yeah. There were some sell-high players that should have been traded before that deadline. Yeah, you are very, very right. 12-man league. Yeah, so Evan, so y'all both 5-5? I think in the 12-man league, I think you can lose 7 think you can lose 7 and still make it to the playoffs. I think. But we got to find a way to win out. That's basically it. We got to find a way to win out. And it can happen because there's still bye week issues for teams. So it's not hard. It's not hard. Hopefully there's. Let's see, you're 5-5. You're gonna need. You're gonna need 5 damn wins. Woo-wee! That's gonna be rough. But it ain't impossible. It's never impossible. All right. Enough of the Josh Allen slander. Let's get into our recap for week 10 and our fantasy busts. All right. Well, he right back there on the bottom list because he didn't score. I tell you, he's very, very, very touchdown dependent. He ain't going to get you no yards at all, but he always usually gets you 2 touchdowns. But without those 2 touchdowns, he is hot diggity trash. And that is Travis Etienne, 35 rushing yards, 2 receptions for 9 reception yards. Tony Pollard at number 4, 55 rushing yards. That's it, 5.5 points. Derrick Henry, 24 rushing yards, 1 reception, -4 yards for a total of 3 points. Saquon Barkley, 66 rushing yards, 1 reception, -5 yards for 7.1 points. And Mark Andrews, 2 receptions, 44 yards for a fantasy total of 6.4 points. Those are our fantasy duds. However, our heroes, the ones who stood out amongst the rest, and they filled this bad boy with 30s. At number 5, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 9 rushing yards, 8 receptions, 156 yards with the touchdowns for 30.5 points. Brandon Cooks went off, 9 receptions, 173 yards, and a touchdown for 32.3 points. Dak Prescott, 26 for 35. Really nice, 404 yards. Beautiful. 4 touchdowns and a pick. You inching closer. I just said he's going to throw more than 10. That's all I'm harping on. 17 rushing yards for a touchdown for 37.9 fantasy points. CeeDee Lamb at number 2, 14 rushing yards, 1 touchdown, 11 receptions for 151 yards and a touchdown for 39.5 fantasy points. And the man of the hour, the hero of them all, and a team that can't win, Keenan Allen, 11 receptions, 175 yards, and 2 touchdowns. How does Ken Dorsey get fired and this idiot still keeps his freaking job? Oh my God. Chargers are just trash. I don't know what else you want me to say. Herbert here with big numbers, but yet they can't win a football game. I don't know what you want me to say. The coach is so garbage. All right, our quarterbacks. Top quarterbacks for week 10. Number 4, Geno Smith, who played better than Josh Allen. 31 for 47, 369 yards, 2 touchdowns, 13 rushing yards for a total of 24 fantasy points. Sam Howell, 29 for 44, 312 yards, 3 touchdowns, 17 rushes. He had a fumble. He has a turnover issue that he definitely needs to clean up next year. But he still ended with 24.2 fantasy points. Josh Dobbs, Mr. Does It All. Mr. Put Me Anywhere. Mr. Put Me In, Coach. I'm ready. 23 for 34, 268 yards and a touchdown, 44 rushing yards and a touchdown for a fantasy total of 25.1 points. My guy, Justin Herbert, on a crappy team, 27 for 40. Those numbers are actually kind of horrible. 323 yards, 4 touchdowns with a pick, 15 rushing yards for a fantasy total of 28.4 points. And, of course, we have Dak Prescott, which we already talked about. Let's see. Running backs. Hey, thought y'all never see this name here before. Number 5, Javonte Williams, 79 rushing yards, 4 receptions, 31 yards, and a touchdown for 21 fantasy points. Austin Eckler, 67 rushing yards, a touchdown, 4 receptions for 48 yards, for a fantasy total of 21 points. Devin Singletary, what? 150 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 reception for 11 yards for 23 fantasy points. And you want to know something about this? It's going to stay. He's the new number 1. Jamar Gibbs, 77 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 receptions for 35 yards for a fantasy total of 26 points. And Brian Robinson, 38 rushing yards, 6 receptions for 119 yards and a touchdown for a fantasy total of 27 fantasy points. All right, let me get ready for who's next. All right, so we got receivers next. But before we get to receivers, let's take ourselves a nice little quick break, and I'll be right back.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, we are back. And now we are going to jump into receivers. All right, so outside of Keenan Allen, CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, and Amara St. Brown, we have at number 5, Mike Evans, 6 receptions for 143 yards and a touchdown for a fantasy total of 26.3 points. I hope y'all see it. I hope y'all see how Coach sees it. Todd Bowles is not it. His offense is good, and somebody else needs to take over as coach. Sorry. Before y'all waste Baker Mayfield. I think he'll still be able to do this next year, but I don't know. Because sometimes it'd be just that 1 year. That's it. Like, I kind of hope this ain't it. Like, I hope this isn't wasted, and then Todd Bowles is still the coach, and he's getting another quarterback out of the draft, and he doesn't. Oh my God, get rid of that man for real. All right, next up is tight ends. All right, at number 5, Tyler Conklin, 7 receptions for 70 yards for a fantasy total of 14 points. Dalton Kincaid, 5 receptions for 51 yards and a touchdown for a fantasy total of 16 points. George Kittle, 3 receptions for 116 yards and a touchdown for a fantasy total of 20. Trey McBride, 8 receptions, 131 yards, 21 points. Kyler Murray likes him. And TJ Hawkinson, 11 receptions, 134 yards for a touchdown and a fantasy total of 30 points with Josh Dobbs. Bro, I can't wait to see what happens when Jettis gets back to practice, bro. This dude is throwing everybody the ball and he don't even know who they are. Like, this guy is amazing. All right, fantasy defenses. At number 5, the Bucks. 1 interception, 4 sacks, 6 points against for a fantasy total of 12 points. Ravens, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 1 fumble, 4 sacks, 27 points against for a fantasy total of 13 points. Colts, 2 interceptions, 5 sacks, 6 points against for a fantasy total of 13 points. Browns, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 3 sacks, 1 block. 25 points against for a fantasy total of 15 points. And 49ers defense, 2 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries, 5 sacks, and 3 points against for a fantasy total of 19. You got that 49ers, bro? They bye week over? Yeah. You riding that defense nice and high for the rest of the season because they about to demolish. My favorite position in the NFL kickers. All right, Dustin Hopkins. He actually had a pretty good game. 3 for 3 for 39 yards, 140 to 49 yard, and he missed 1 extra point. Ended with 14 points. Will Lutz, 1 for 1 for 39, 3 for 3 for 40 to 49 for a total of 15 points. Greg he had a great game against the Broncos. The Bills. Greg Zuerlein, 1 for 39 yarder, 2 for 2 for 40 to 49, 150 pluser, and he had a total fantasy of 16 points. Matt Prater, 1 for 1, 39-yard field goal, 1 for 140 to 49er, 2 for 2 for 50 plus, and an extra point for 18 fantasy points. And Jason Myers, 1 for 39, 4 for 40 to 49, and 2 extra points for a total of 21 fantasy points. Nice job. Good week for the kickers, actually. Because outside of them, there were some other kickers that still did outstanding this week. Oh, I like this. So the perfect team this week, if you would have set the right line, if you just had all these guys and had the right lineup, it'd be Dak Prescott at quarterback, Brian Robinson at running back, Jamar Gibbs at running back, running back number 2. Wide receiver 1 would be Keenan Allen. Wide receiver 2 would be CeeDee Lamb. Tight end would be TJ Hawkinson. The flex would be Brandon Cooks. Defense would be 49ers. And the kicker would be Jason Myers. So that would be your perfect Week 10 team. That would have capped you out at a total of 274.5 fantasy points. I like that kind of stuff. Your worst team, you had this. I like this. Trevor Lawrence, 2.1 fantasy points. Wow. Zach Moss, told y'all it's over. 0.2 points. That'd be your running back 1. Running back 2 would be Derrick Henry with 3 points. Your wide receiver 1 would be Jahan Dotson with a dud. Your wide receiver 2 would be Deontay Johnson with 2.7 points. Your tight end would be Taysom Hill with 4.3. Your flex would be Marquise Brown with 3.8. Your defense would be the Saints with a dud. And your kicker would be Tyler Bass with 2 points, which would have left you with a fantasy total of 18.1 points. That is your worst fantasy team this week for Week 10. I like that. We're gonna add that to our when we do our busting here. I like that little segment. We're gonna save this for tomorrow. I like this. Gotta put a save on this one. All right. Let's see if we have any news to go over. Let's check the chats real quick. Make sure I didn't miss anything in there. Is Michael Thomas droppable? Bruh. Dylan, I'm so sorry. You may not have caught the show when we first started. Michael Thomas should have never been on your team. Droppable? At this point, it's laughable if you still have him. Damn droppable. I'm going to laugh. No, yes, definitely. Why is he there? There's nothing. Look, he lost his edge when he left the team a long time ago. When he that one season when he stopped being Michael Thomas, it wasn't coming back. It wasn't coming back. I'm sorry nobody else saw it. I did. He wasn't coming back. No, Michael Thomas is pass droppable. Was gonna get Jalen. Yes, he should have been on. He should have been on your roster. When I told it, well, you may not have been a fan around week 2 or 3. Because that's when I had everybody starting Jalen Warren or Jaden Reed. Because matter of fact, Dobbs went out, and I knew Reed was gonna be the guy. And even when Dobbs came back, basically those are Love's 2 receivers. Basically, it's not Christian Watson. So for some reason, if Jaden Reed is still available in your league, absolutely drop Dummy and pick up Yummy. All right. Let's see what else Coach got for you guys. All right, NFL reports. Let's see here what we got. From Caleb Williams talk, a firm 6-4 and a playoff spot without Kirk and JJ. O'Connell may be coach of the year. Damn, I can't lie about it. I'll have my speculations, but he's turning the team on. Josh Dobbs is a lot low to that, but before Dobbs got there, he was they were still Vikings were trying to do something. They defense I don't like the way he runs it. I don't like cover 2s. Cover 2 is always a weak defense for me. But I mean, I can't lie. He's turning something around. For the Lions, I love this offense. It is super simple, but the diversity of talent makes it work so well. Absolutely. I don't think people are getting that. It's a very simple offense. It's not explosive. They have a lot of talent. And one thing I know Jared Goff can do he can play with talent. Chicago, if I am Ryan Poles, I am doing my homework on quarterbacks and not sticking with Justin Fields. Absolutely. Here's the thing. Justin Fields coming back this week. If Justin Fields has a bad game, remotely bad, anywhere near the second half, going into the second half, he's going to get benched in the second quarter. And old boy going to come out. But yeah, I already think Fields is on the verge of losing his job. So we'll see how this next week goes, to be honest with you. Green Bay. I really think the super young wide receiver trio could be special one day with the right quarterback. I don't think there's nothing wrong with Love, though. Like, he's young. It's like his literal first start. It's not his fault Aaron Rodgers didn't want to cough up the job. Shoot, he's fine. Dak Prescott, Cowboys. Dak Prescott has been the best player in the NFL over the course of the last month. Prove me otherwise. Sam Howell. CJ Stroud. Patrick Mahomes ain't got a receiver to save his life. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. He's playing great. But no, he has not been the best player in the NFL over the course of the last month. You're reaching. Let's see, Giants. If my team was playing the Giants, I'm not sure I would even want to watch. It's going to be a massacre. Giants are horrible. Washington, don't get me wrong. I love how Howell is progressing, but don't overrate him based on quantitative stats. Who is this guy? Quantitative stats. He's throwing over 300 yards a game. Shut up. Are you serious? Only thing he needs to clean up is his turnovers. He's pushing 3 to 4 touchdowns a game. You shush. Quantitative stats. What? What does that even mean? Stop. You really stop. Some of these reports are a bit reachable, man. I swear. I just got to read them so I can give my reaction. Eagles were on a bye, but just wanted to give a shout out to Howie Roseman for his masterclass team building. Because boy, Howie Roseman is a mastermind in the GM room. I'm sorry, he put a great team together. Bucks at this point, I think the division should be yours. This team has the best offense in the division. Haven't I said that? Haven't I literally said that about the Bucks? When what's holding the Bucks back? Ty Bowles, sorry, behind. Derek Carr, let's see, Saints. Derek Carr is terrible. James Winston opened up the offense a lot more despite his terrible decision making. You know, you don't get to speak like that. Like, and Derek Carr is bad right now, but how do you in one sentence say he opened it up despite his decision making, his terrible decision making? So he didn't play good football. Shut up. Panthers. Who is this? This is Sports Nation coach. Ooh, bruh. I hope me and you have some talks one day. We gotta sit down because I need to understand where you're coming from with these. Like, how do you say he opens up the offense a lot more despite his terrible decision making? So then he ain't opened nothing up. He's still Jameis Winston 30 for 30. Panthers. I'm not sure this team would even beat the Giants at this point in time. No, they don't have anything. They're literally more one-dimensional than the Lions. They just don't have any talent either. Let's see. Falcons. Arthur Smith went from a Cotty candidate to having one of the hottest seats in the league. Yeah. He's just not. They're not making good moves in Atlanta. 49ers. Shanahan will never let his team fall apart. I knew they would bounce back and take care of business. Well, shit. That's that. I mean, sorry. Who didn't know that? I've been telling y'all that. Y'all got spooked over 3 losses in the middle of the season where they were still above 500. They would have need to literally lose 6 whole games to have any fear of anything bad going to happen. And all that would do is put them at 5 and 6. Like, come on, bro. Like, stop. There was 3 losses. 3. They're okay. Now they're 6 and 3. Relax. Seahawks. Seattle continues to stack up wins, but I really can't tell how good their team is. They have come on, bro. It's not a brain teaser. They have an easy schedule. Geno Smith is just playing really good football. You can tell it ain't that bad because Metcalf does not look good at all. And if you can win all these games with the mediocre play of Metcalf, it's their schedule. It's not hard to fish out. Cardinals. I think with how bad the Panthers and Giants are, the Cards are out of Williams' territory. Collar is the man. Oh, yeah, if you're speaking of quarterbacking or for drafting, yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Rams. Let's see if this team can get healthy and start to figure it out to make a playoff push after the bye. That's exactly right. You get Carson Wentz, you get him to practice during the bye week. You come out next week, you fight. If it works, you have a chance. If it doesn't, oops, that's it. You don't win next week after the bye. They're not, it's just nothing you can do. That playoff window gonna shut quicker than you think. All right, so that's up for that fishy news. All right, let's go back to the chats real quick. Would you trade Garrett Wilson for Mark Andrews? Yep. Bruh, by the time Garrett Wilson is anywhere near relevant for you to do anything with, Aaron Rodgers will be back into the playoff time and fantasy's over. At least you could get some kind of value for Mark Andrews right now. So, yeah, I would definitely hop on that trade. Bye, Garrett. I like you, but I do not like your quarterback. You don't like your quarterback, and your quarterback ain't coming back to the playoffs if you make the playoffs. So, I good luck. But, yeah, make that trade. Absolutely make that trade. Let's see. I want to make sure there wasn't any other things I had. Oh, and by the way, if anybody's worried about the 49ers, check out their next 5 games. Bucks, Seattle, Philly. That's going to be a good one. That's a rematch. Ooh, that's a rematch. I need to see that game. Seahawks again, Cardinals. If anything, if they don't sweep Seattle, so they're what, 5 and 3, right? Next 5 games, they're 5. No, it's 6 and 3. They beat Tampa 7 and 3. They beat Seattle 8-3. They lose to Philly 8-4. They lose to Seattle 8-5. They beat the Cardinals 9-5. And then they still got what? 3 games left after that? Bro, they're fine. They're fine. And they could possibly sweep Seattle. They could possibly sweep these whole next 5 games. It's Chase Young and it's both on the other side. Pretty dangerous combination. If you don't mind me saying so, Sal. All right, so real quick before we go, I want to go ahead and point out some division standings real quick. We're going into week 11, so this is just kind of like the perfect time. But as we start with the AFC division, we have the AFC East. Miami is number 1 at 6-3. Buffalo is number 2 at 5-5. Why is that important? Well, as I told you, New England at 2-8 ain't winning no more than 5 games. So here we are at 2-8. And New Jersey at 4-5, they are not bad off. I need you to understand that. They are not bad off. The Buffalo Bills still have to play the Jets again. That Jets defense is still legit. They still have an opportunity to be number 2 in this division and drop the Bills to number 3 and out of the playoffs. I just need people to understand that, because then you turn to the AFC North. Baltimore 7-3, number 1. Pittsburgh 6-3, number 2. Cleveland 6-3, number 3. And that's going to change because they lost their quarterback. So here comes the 5-4 Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah. There will be 3 teams in that division that make it to the playoffs. And it will be Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati. Then you got the AFC South at 6-3 Jacksonville. That's going to change. They're not going to stay. They're 6-3. They're not going to stay up there at the number 1 spot. Houston is coming. And so is Indiana slightly. Tennessee's they're going to be at number 4. They're going to stay there. But Houston at 5-4, they're coming. Indianapolis at 5-5. They could upset Jacksonville and they could flip spots. That division is going to be more so who wins at the end, which is going to be exciting to see. And then the weakest division of them all, but not too far off from making upsets, is Kansas City. The AFC West. You got Kansas City at 7-2. So they have a separation, which is exactly what they need. You got LA at 5-5 on a comeback and at number 2 in the division. Let's remember, people pay attention to that. The Las Vegas Raiders are 5-5 with a new head coach and a rookie quarterback, and they're at number 2 in the division. LA is 4-5 off that loss they just had, and they decided to keep the sorry coach. And then you have Denver climbing out of a hole at 4-5. Ain't that? Watch LA become last place. Then you want to decide to fire the coach? That's never mind. That's stupid, but watch what that's how it's gonna happen. Ken Dorsey is going to be the new head coach for the Los Angeles Chargers next year. Yep. Nobody else need a coach. Everybody else coach good in the AFC. And he's going to stay in the AFC. And he's going to stay in the AFC because he wants revenge against the Bills. And I hope it's with LA. And he's going to take LA to the Super Bowl next year. Watch. Anyway, NFC, we have the NFC East, of course, Philly with the best separation at 8-1. Dallas at 6-3 at number 2. Washington, that 4-6, bro, you have to go on a win streak. You have to. You have to go on a win streak. If you don't, you're going to stay at number 3 and you're not making it to the playoffs. You have to go on a win streak here on out. If you lose another game, you're not going to end the season to be able to beat the Cowboys and go basically 10. It's not because it has to play out that way for y'all to win. If y'all to get to the playoffs, because Philly is not losing the number 1 spot. It's not going to happen. And New York, you're done at 2-8. NFC North, Detroit at 7-2. Minnesota 6-4 is very surprising. The fact that they're 6-4 with that roster, very surprising. So kudos to the coach. I have to commend coaching when I see it. So kudos to the coach on that. Green Bay at 3-6 and Chicago at 3-7. They're neither one of them are going anywhere. NFC South, New Orleans at 5-5. They're pretty much going to lose out because Tampa Bay is going to top them at being 4-5. Atlanta is 4-6. Y'all keep telling me they're going to the playoffs. Good luck. And Carolina at 1-8. I see Tampa Bay being the team that basically jumps over this. Oh, coach about to lose. Computer power. All right. There we go. All right. And yeah, Carolina's 1-8. I think I had them winning 4 games this year or 2, something like that. I don't know. So yeah, that looks pretty bad. 1-8. That's horrible. All right, NFC West, San Francisco is 6-3 and number 1, and they took back their number 1 spot that fast, literally after 1 week. Seattle at number 2 at 6-3. Rams at 3-6, and they're in the 3rd place, and Arizona at 2-8, and they're gonna stay. They're gonna stay at 4th place. It's not like Arizona. Even if they win out, they can't even remove themselves. The most they can get is 3rd place if Rams lose out, basically. So Carson Wentz versus Kyler Murray to figure out who's going to be in 3rd place. So after week 10, those are our division standings for the AFC and the NFC. All right, let's go check out these last few comments before we head out. Appreciate you. Great show. No problem, Jeremy. Thank you for showing up. Great show. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Hey, people, we need 6 more subscribers. I need some buttons clicked. Call your peoples. Get on the phone. Hey, check out this show. Check out this network, Refuse to Lose. Subscribe. Show them love. We need 6 more people to get to that 1,000 people. We need 6 more. And we're going to get this bad boy started and kicked off bigger and better than y'all could have ever imagined. But we need the support from you guys. Please, 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 please push it for us. I appreciate and love every single last one of you guys. Can I drop Dameon Pierce yet? Let me ask you, you putting that LOL on the back. It's like you want me to go off on Pierce? You want me to? I told y'all. You know what? I'm gonna be nice because I'm gonna be nice to Smitty. I'm gonna be nice. Maybe you weren't here in my preseason show about Dameon Pierce and the Houston Texans and the fact that he can't run a ball. So no, yeah, he should have never been on your team. He should have never been drafted on your team. He should have been picked up on the waiver wire. Absolutely. Let him go. Just let it sail off into the wind. Just say you were the worst mistake I ever made. It's okay to say that sometimes. It is. Because sometimes we need to understand our own mistakes. And if you keep him on your roster, you ain't going to learn your dang on lesson. Take him off your roster and kick him on the bench. Or kick him off to the waivers. Let some other fool deal with Dameon Pierce. He got his job taken. It's Devin Singletary's job now. I like when Coach go off, huh? That's it. I do it for y'all. I do it for y'all. Yeah, Smitty, enjoy the show. You come on Coach's show. This is like this every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So absolutely, guys, stay tuned for tomorrow's show. We're going to go over any more fantasy news updates, any waiver wire targets. Actually, I'm so sorry. That's today. Because it's Wednesday. We don't need to wait till tomorrow. Before we sign off, that's the thing I was missing. I knew I was missing something to go over. And I didn't plug it in to basically be in my face. Is this you? Yay! All right. All right, so here are our fantasy football trade targets. Buy low, sell high. Buy low, Derrick Henry, Brandon Ayuk, Sam Laporta. Sell high, Deontay Foreman, absolutely. Brian Robinson, if it's worth the sell high price. And Kyler Murray. You damn right. Of course. I told you he's going to have a great game. You think he's going to have a great season? No. That was a great game. It's fantasy football, people. Absolutely, he's a sell high. Yeah, bruh, you can get so much for Kyler Murray right now. Absolutely. And then we're not doing starting 6. That's for tomorrow. And that's only for one game. Waiver wires for week 11. So add-ons, we have Ty Chandler, running back. Noah Brown, absolutely Noah Brown should definitely be an ad. I swear to God, why do people keep having Jaden Reed as an ad He should have been added weeks ago. His name shouldn't be showing up as an ad at week 11. Some people just don't know how to play fantasy football. Rondell Moore, maybe. We'll see how it goes in the week 2. Zeke Elliott, no, he can't hold on to the ball, guys. I was all for Zeke before the season started when the Patriots picked him up because I know he wasn't in the coach wasn't in the Ramondre Stevenson. That's why they went and got Zeke. Zeke can't hold on to the ball. So no, he is definitely not an ad. Don't do that. Excuse me. Drops this week. Michael Thomas, definitely. Miles Sanders, definitely. But see, he only got 2 names here. No, you need more. Michael Pittman, Pitts from Atlanta. He's a drop. Who did we just talk about in the doggone chat? Damian Pierce is a drop. Chuba Hubbard is a drop. Come on now, don't just shade. No, there's more droppable people. There's some foolish people on these rosters that I didn't see. And let's see, streams for defenses. Miami and Detroit. I like Detroit's defense because I like their matchup against Chicago. I think when I say I like their matchup against Chicago, people, this is what I mean. We're going to talk about this more in that day. But this is what I mean when I say I like Detroit's matchup against Chicago. Who just came back off a thumb injury? The boy who can't throw. Who has one of the best defenses in the league, Detroit? They're about to bench that boy. They're going to play defense so tough on him, he's going to get benched. And they're gonna bring the rookie in. Literally, they're gonna force that boy to lose his job. That's how bad. So yes, pick up Detroit's defense this week. That's a nice little. That's a coach's. We're gonna call it. We need a coach's tip. I'll figure something out. We'll figure it out. But yeah, Detroit's defense definitely this week. Let's see what we got. You think Wentz will play for Stafford? Stafford is good? No, Wentz is playing. I think Wentz is playing. They wouldn't have picked him up if they didn't think so. And if Stafford does play, he may play and then play bad and then they bring him in. I'm not sure. I thought they picked him up because Stafford was going to be out for a while. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens, I guess. And I'll go over injury reports on Friday, so we'll have more information on that. But I thought Wentz was going to be playing. If Stafford's good to go, I don't know. I think if Stafford's good to go, they're going to lose. I think if Wentz plays, they win. Weird. And what do you feel about picking up Zay Jones? Let me see something. I liked him last year. This year, he's been he barely played any football games. But when he plays, he goes. That's the thing. Nah, even if he plays, nah, bro. He dealing with stuff like I didn't even see this. Jones was arrested Monday and charged with misdemeanor domestic battery causing bodily harm. He's scheduled to appear in court Wednesday, December 6th. The Jags are aware of the situation and are in the midst of the gathering information. We will have no further comment at this time. He might not even play due to this crap. So 1, he's not healthy. 2, he can't keep his hands off people. So nah, don't even worry about Zay Jones, bro. Don't worry about that headache. Try to go somewhere else. If you need to, send me your waiver wire. Send me a snippet of your waiver wires. Yeah, you're doing too much. Send me a snippet of your waiver wire. Send it to my Instagram. It's OTF Podcast MIA. OTF Podcast MIA. That's my Instagram handle. It's the same as my Twitter handle as well, my X handle as well. So if you can, send me a snippet of your waiver wire list, and I'll fish through that for you and find you who to pick up. Yeah. You don't want nobody doing all that. Like you dealing with an injury that you can't come back from, basically, and you can't keep your hands off folk. Like, nope, I don't want the problems. Coach will look at that player and just. I will go take a person that literally says his target value is like 3 catches a game. I would rather deal with that than to deal with the fact of picking you up just to drop you because I found out you're not playing, and I could have picked up that 3 target fool, and I didn't. Now he gone on somebody else's team, and now I got to watch him go off for 8 targets and 107 yards that could have been on my roster because I'm over here messing around with Zay Jones. So nah. Can't do it. All right, y'all. So this was a great show. Absolutely, as always. Tune in tomorrow, 9 a.m. sharp. We have more fantasy news if I can find anything and have anything pulled up for you guys to go over. We're definitely going to go over fantasy scoring leaders. And we are going to go over the game for tomorrow night. Yeah, we're going to go over the game for tomorrow night. Again, if you are in Miami, if you're in the local area of Palmetto Bay, where I'm at, bruh, how is my battery running low? And I got it plugged in. Give Coach a minute. I don't know what's going on. Ooh. I don't know why. They saying my battery is running low. And I got to plug it in. Uh-oh. You're running through some battery problems now. That's not good. Oh, I think Coach done lost his power. Oh, well. That's another issue for another day. But, yeah, then we're going to go over tomorrow's night's game. Again, if you're in the Miami area, come check out Maxwell's Pizza. Come check us out. Come get some pizza and talk to Coach. All right? Coach loves you guys. Tune in tomorrow. Peace out.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.